So I've been thinking a lot about school lately because it's September, so duh. But I keep thinking about the one thing that really irked me about school, particularly about college. And the thing that irked me was all the different subjects that I had to study at one time. I know, very fundamental thing to college. Like, you usually take 4 classes at a time, right? And it wasn't like I was a poor student. My GPA was great. But I felt like I never really got a handle on what I was studying because you have to get the 100-page Stalinism reading done by Tuesday while putting together a 10-page paper on Black responses to the colonization movement, on top of having to be prepared for Mandarin class every single day, on top of working, on top of extracurriculars. So even back then, I recognized that I wasn't really learning. I was just trying to stay on top of this perpetually replenishing to-do list. It was like being on a hamster wheel, but the wheel is constantly switching directions. So I recognize that everyone learns differently and this may not work for all subjects, but I think the way that most liberal arts colleges are set up, with taking 4 classes at a time, I think is doing too much. My ideal would be to sit down with one class or one topic for a few weeks or maybe a month, just to have time to really chew on it. So color me pissed. Senior year of college, not just senior year, but like senior spring, to find out that schools like Colorado College exist that follow this thing called the block plan, where you just take one class for, I think, 3 hours daily for 3.5 weeks. So you can actually focus on the material, and then when that's done, you move on to the next class for 3.5 weeks. And somehow, I think, like, through the power of math, you still end up taking the same number of classes that you would take if you had gone with a traditional school. Man, the day I found out about that, I was pissed, man. Pissed. I was like, God, let me have a do-over. But you live and you learn, and as a committed autodidact, I can implement my own block plan now. Kind of like how people are doing their own monthly curriculum, but this is Shiloh in the City, so I gotta make it New York. So in the Shiloh in the City version of the block plan, every month I'll be focusing my learning, and therefore my content, around one New York topic or book. So all this to say, stay tuned as I focus all of my attention on learning about New York City infrastructure this month, guided by the definitive city infrastructure primer, The Works by Kay Asher.